Escolar y Meduca presenta las teleclases para estudiantes de media en Conéctate con la Estrella.
Welcome, new generation leaders, to this new lesson. This is your teacher, Mrs. Ayala. We have talked about the beauty and priceless benefit of our natural resources to us in previous weeks. But now it is time to talk about a reality that we are facing today, and that is environmental problems. How those resources have been impacted or are under threat as a result of humanity. So I invite you to join me in exploring this fascinating topic and the various activities that I have planned for you. This topic has been divided in two parts. The first of which is today, July 30, and the second of this is on August 6th. Let's begin by knowing the lesson objective. Pay attention.
Objective: Environmental Problems, Part 1. To point out important causes of environmental problems and to provide some solutions. To design promotional recycling projects for reducing pollution in your community. Are you ready to get started? Go ahead.
So now I have a previous activity that I want to test your knowledge. What can you see in these pictures? Tell me. Number one, Eliezer. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Soil pollution. That's correct. Then number two, Berenice. Tell me. Good. Air pollution. You are right. Number three, Rian. Correct. Water pollution. And finally, number four, Grismel. Noise pollution. Perfect. You got it, guys. Look at the picture and observe the different environmental problems that Earth is facing nowadays. So, leaders, the invitation is to become a Jedi against these ecological problems. The first one, acid rain. Look at the image, acid rain. Next, water pollution. Water pollution. Air pollution. Air pollution. Chemical waste. Chemical waste. Endangered animals. Endangered animals. Global warming. Global warming. Cutting down the trees. And the last one, nuclear waste. Nuclear waste. Terrible, right? So now it's time to watch a video. This is a song that is called Earth Song from Michael Jackson. You're gonna listen to this song and I want you to pay attention to some words. I mean the order that you will listen to them, like rain, world, shore, earth, field, waves, heaven, seas, planets, nature, elephants, forest, stars, land, sunrise, animals. You take notes? Okay, are you ready? Pay attention. Did you like the video? Amazing, right? I love it. Do you know that listening is a fundamental part of the language learning process? When you sing along to the song without lyric, you can get and feel it, you know? And next, you can look for the lyric, and better, you can watch a lyric with a video and follow it as you go. So it will help you a lot in this learning process. So now I want you to answer these questions. You can discuss the answer with a partner through a video call, or you can send a WhatsApp text message, and you can send the answer to your teacher. So the first question is, did the song make you think about the ecological problems on our planet? What does the question, what have we done to the world, mean to you? And the last question, what must people do to make a better world? Can you discuss this answer with your classmates, and then you can send them to your teacher. If you have paid attention to the lyrics of a song, you will be able to fill the spaces with the correct words, okay? You can play the song again if you're not sure. The idea is to let you know the importance of listening. So let's see the first stanza. The first line says, what about? Sunrise, correct. And then, what about? Rain, perfect. What about all the things that we said we were to gain? What about killing? Fields, right. Is there a time? What about all the things that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we have shed before? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth and weeping shore? What have we done to the world? That's correct. What about all the flooring fields? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth? This weeping shore? That's correct. Stars. Let's see. What about yesterday? What about us? What about the seas? And then they are falling down. The heavens. Very good. So what about apathy? I need to. What about us? Let's see the fifth stanza. What about nature's words? It is our planets. Yeah, planets. What about animals? Turn kindle to dust. What about elephants? What about us? Have we lost their trust? Now the last stanza. What about crying whales? That's correct. Revision the seas. That's correct. What about forest trail? What about the holy land? What about torn apart by creed? What about the common man? Can we set him free? What about us? What about children dying? Can You hear them cry? What about us? Where did we go wrong? So powerful words, right? I love this song, and I know that you can practice by yourself at home by listening again. You are very, very smart, guys. Thank you. Incredible. Now we have a reading activity, but before that activity, let's review some words. We are going to uncover the words to see the definition and just to know what they mean and some examples. The first one is dig. Dig is to move soil, sand, or snow in order to create a hole. Dig. Look at this example. Some animals has been digging in the garden. The next word is look for. Look for is to try to find something or someone. Look for. Look at the example. She is looking for a new job. The next word is discovered. That is to see something for the first time. Become aware or something for the first time. Look at the example. Christopher Columbus discovered the New World in 1492. The next word is hole. Hole is a hollow place in the ground. Look at the example. The dog dug a deep hole. Native. Native is a person who was born or raised in a particular place. For example, he wishes he could speak Spanish like a native. Look at the next. View. View are things that can be seen from a particular place. For example, look at this. The house has a view of a lake. The next word is deep. Deep. Deep is something located far inside something. For example, his hands were deep in his pockets. In the future is at the future point in time. Look at the example. So take care of it now and you won't regret it in the future. Interesting, right? Of course. Of course is when we used to say yes or to give someone permission to do something. You say, of course. Look at the example. Can you help me? Of course. So guys, before you read, I want you to answer some questions. The number one is, what do you think of the man in the picture? Okay. Is he living there? Or he's looking for something there? Yeah, you're right. Living there. Number two, why do you think he is under the ground? As you mentioned, yeah, he is living there. Maybe. That's correct. And the third one, do you know about any other places in the world where people live underground? No? You don't know? And Pedrita? You don't know either. Okay. So you are going to realize after the reading. Pay attention. Are you ready?
Where do people live under the ground? One place where people live under the ground is a small town called Coober Pedy. Coober Pedy is in the outback of South Australia. Most of the people in Coober Pedy are miners. Miners dig under the ground. They look for gold or special stones. Coober Pedy is famous for opals. Opals are beautiful white stones. People put opals in jewelry. Miners discovered opals in Coober Pedy in 1915. At that time, many miners lived in simple holes under the ground. Aboriginal people laughed at them. The Aboriginal people are the native people of Australia. They call the area Coober Pedy. This means white man in a hole in their language. Today, the homes are not simple holes. About 4,000 people live in Coober Pedy. About half the people live under the ground. Coober Pedy has homes, restaurants, hotels, and churches. It is like other towns, but the people don't have a view. A new underground house with 5 rooms cost about $25,000. Some homes have swimming pools. The people of Coober Pedy live underground for different reasons. One reason is there are no trees. The last tree died in 1971. People need wood from trees to build houses. The main reason why people live underground is the very hot weather. The temperature in the summer goes up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius. Underground, the temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius. People also live under the ground in the Sahara Desert in South Tunisia. It is very hot and there are no trees. The people there are called Berbers. The Berbers dig deep holes in the ground. Many houses have 2 or 3 floors, but they are simple. Air and light come through an open hole. There are about 700 of these holes. Thousands of years ago, people hid underground in Cappadocia, Turkey. People still live there today. It is a beautiful place with good weather. In the future, more people will live under the ground. They will have different reasons. Japan has a lot of people and little land. Japan wants to build a city under the ground. The name of the city will be Ali City. About 100,000 people will live there. It will have offices, hotels, sports centers, and theaters. Underground cities are very interesting, of course, but can people live with no sun and no sky?
Okay, thank you guys for paying attention and follow the reading. So now I want you to drag the correct word into the spaces. So the Berbers live far down in the ground. They live deep. Let me write. Deep. Thank you, Sophia. The Aboriginal people were born in Australia. They are the native, very good. Native people, correct. In 1915, miners opals in Coober Pedy. They found opals there. Discovered. There are many reasons why people live underground. The weather is the most important reason. It is the main reason. Yes, it's too hot there because they don't have trees due to mining. And number 5, the people underground can see other things outside. They do not have a view. Perfect. Good job, guys. Are you ready for the next activity? Okay, here you have a quiz. Let's see. Question 1. People in Coober Pedy, they live under the ground because A, they have trees, it is not hot there, or C, it costs $25,000. B, it is not hot there. There are about 700 halls with homes around them in Japan, B. Cuba Pity, or Tunisia. C. Tunisia. Japan is planning an underground city because they have a lot of land, they have a lot of people, or it is very hot. B. They have a lot of people. The temperature in the summer in Cuba Pity goes up to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 122 degrees Fahrenheit, or C. 82 Fahrenheit. B. 122 Fahrenheit. In Cuba Pity, the last three dies in 1971, 1891, or 2001. A. 1971. Here complete again. So, if you have paid attention to the reading, I am sure that you can answer these questions. Where is Cuba Pity? Volunteer? How many people live in Cuba Pity? Yeah, where is Cuba Pity? In the south of Australia. Number 2, how many people live there? Right, about 4,000 people live in Cuba Pity. Number 3, how the native people of Australia call the area. The Aboriginal people of Australia. How do they call those people that live in homes? Yeah, they call it Cuba Pity. What does it mean? Do you remember? Yes, white man in a hole. That's so funny, right? Number 4, what did the miners discover in 1915? Okay. Yeah, they discovered opals. That's correct. Number 5, how many holes are there in the Sahara Desert? Over 700 holes. Yeah. And what is the function of those holes? Correct. They provide air and light. And the last one, what is the name of the city Japan is planning to build? Tell me. Annabelle. Alice City, correct. Congratulations, guys. So now, guys, look, I think that together we can make a great change all over the world. Pay attention to this video sent by our friend Ruby Aguinilla, student of 10th grade of Instituto Plancarte Morey, in Mexico. And tell me, where does she mention this outstanding phrase during her intervention? Pay attention.
Hey girl, how you doing? Pretty good. You? I'm fine, actually, thanks for asking. I wanted to talk to you about something pretty serious. We must be aware of it. Sounds serious. What's up? Have you ever heard about pollution? You know, like water pollution, air pollution, or sound pollution? Not really. Why? Well, basically, environmental pollution is the process by which land, water, or air become dirty. Oh, right. That makes sense. Last week, my sister went to Mexico City and she said that there was a lot of smoke. You know, in the air. That sounds awful. That's why we should be more conscious about it. Definitely. What do you suggest? Well, actually, there's a lot of ways to help. Depending on the situation, you know? Now, I think one of the most important ones is recycle. Yeah. We also should clean our public places, like, for example, our beaches. You know there's a lot of water pollution in Panama Bay? No, I didn't. But I think that together we can make a great change all over the world. You're right. Well, I gotta go. See you later. See ya.
Excellent, guys. Do you have the answer? Right. At the end of the video, she mentioned this phrase. So you are like heroes. Thank you for the information, Ruby. That's very important. I hope, guys, you can help us and become conscious about the importance of the ecosystem. So let's review what we have been talking about since some weeks ago. The use of modals to give advice, to express obligation, or something that we have to do. When we use modals, we have to use, for example, the modal have to. In this case, we are expressing a strong obligation, and in negative ways, it's the opposite. Look at the examples. Children have to go to school. It's something that has to be done. And in negative or obligation, no obligation, I don't have to work on Sundays. So you don't have to eat anything you don't like. And when you use must, it's also to express obligation, but according to the speaker point of view or speaker opinions. For example, I must study today. And in negative obligation, you must not or you mustn't smoke here. And when we use should, remember that should is a mild obligation or advice. And for example, you should save money. And in negative, you shouldn't smoke so much. So we have to use modals with have to plus the infinity and the rest of the sentence. And the same with must plus infinity or should plus infinity and the rest of the sentence. Let's practice building some sentences. You have to use some of the phrases. This one, kill endangered animals. So we can, you don't have to kill, yeah, endangered animals. You should, you can say reduce, recycle. Continue building the sentences, guys. Use these phrases to make your sentences. So now, guys, it's time for the assignment. With the previous phrases, our new one is to design a t-shirt. So pay attention to this video.
The assignment for today is to design a t-shirt. You have to choose a key phrase or create a new one in order to promote the importance of protecting the environment. Be creative, guys. So you can select between clean the rivers and beaches, do not cut the trees, avoid the use of aerosol, do not kill endangered animals, eliminate smoke from the industries, reduce, reuse, recycle. So be the heroes of the environment.
So good, guys. Remember that you can reuse, you can use an old teacher, and you can use the material that you have at home, markers, paint, and create an amazing t-shirt. I would like to see those projects. And remember, guys, you have to stay tuned through the different channel that we have available for you. You can upload your activities here in the Microsoft Teams account that we have for you. There is an account in YouTube where you can find useful videos too. And in the first link, you can see the presentation there. Remember, guys, you have to be protected against this virus that is affecting thousands of people. And the chat is available for you to take advantage of this. We want to say thank you to the coordinator, Daira Crampton, also to all the sponsors that made this lesson possible for you. and to Instituto Lancarte Morelia for the amazing videos that they have sent me weekly for my lessons. Guys, we cannot leave without saying this quote from Anthony Robbins. I do believe I am special. My special gift is my vision, my commitment, and my willingness to do whatever it takes. Let me repeat that again. I do believe I am special. My special gift is my vision, my commitment, and my willingness to do whatever it takes. Remember from Anthony Robbins. So, see you guys next week with the second part of this interesting topic, environmental problems. Goodbye. Take care.